walls with pots of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Indeed, it is the season to be jolly, to spend it with your loved ones, and we cannot without a doubt miss this time. It's once in a year, and we want to make the most out of it by spreading joy and love and laughter all around us. Christmas time, you remember the Christmas tree all decorated, lovely yummy sweets that you'll make for Christmas specially, and most importantly, gift giving, except for the Secret Santa, but otherwise there you want to give gifts to make Christmas extra special for everyone around you. And while we talk about gifts, we look at budget, isn't it? Thereafter, we think that it's a once in a while occasion. Let's let our hand loose. Of course, it's a once in a time occasion, but at the same time, for those who are out of budget, or they would want to give a more personalized, handcrafted kind of gift to their near and dear ones, I guess this hack will come in use to them, especially for those who feel that Christmas is about making it special with your personal touch in it. So in today's hack, I am going to show you 5 different DIY ways in which you can gift your near and dear ones a lovely Christmas present. So why not look into it? Let's enjoy making these DIY Christmas gifts. In this first DIY, I am taking this thin copper wire. What you would require is the copper wire twisted. You can either take 2 or 1 twisted, and the front portion you will bend it to form a curve, a circle at the tip in this way, leaving the remaining without any change. You'll pass the bead through the bottom side of this copper wire, and you'll continue designing it the way you would desire. Once you are done with putting the beads through, you will try to adjust it in the shape that you require. I'm just securing and tightening the end. So this is the Santa stick, or the candy cane that you call it. To that I am just adding a bell so that they would actually know Santa is coming. A very cute gift to give someone. In the next DIY, I am taking again a copper wire, a thin wire. This is a tiny Christmas tree. You can use it as a charm or give it to someone to hang it in their keychain. The thicker the wire, the better it is, unless or until you are not going to use it very often. I will again start by making a curve at the front portion like this. And once I am done curving it, I will bend it downwards. So it will be like a S shape, a duck shape kind of thing. Thereafter, I will give it a slight U-turn, bend again. And before I complete the bend, I will pass my first bead through it. Now here I am using red and green beads to make it look more of a Christmas color. The choice is yours. Whichever bead you find suitable, you can use. Tighten up the beads. Friends, let me tell you, in case if your beads are loose because the wire is too thin for them, you can always use glue gun, which I will show at the end of it. However, before we start using that, we will just arrange our tiny Christmas tree in this way. I'll just keep on tightening it. We'll just fast forward the making process, otherwise it's going to be too lengthy. I'm taking the same beads because it will alternate each row. You'll know it once the tree is done. And you'll simply keep on bending the ends in a U shape and put the beads through. We have come to the end of the Christmas tree. This is how it's looking once it's done. To add a finishing touch to it, I will put a tiny hanging bead at the end to just give it a dangling kind of look. It's again up to you if you just want to end it at the last bead or you want to keep something hanging to make it look prettier. So on the top side, you can either add a keychain holder, or if you're
using it as a charm or giving it to someone to use it as a charm, you can just add a hook in this way and give it to them, which they can hook it up to their necklace, bracelet. Now for the loose beads, it's quite simple. Take your glue gun and keep adding tiny dots of glue on the top and the bottom ends of your bead. Once it's dried, you can remove the excess that you see, and that's it. It's the beautiful Christmassy kind of keychain or charm. For the next DIY, we'll require red, white and green beads, these rings and these chain strands. We are going to make earrings, for which you'll require 2 hooks. So everything you'll require in pairs. Now this is the kind of pin that you will require in order to make the earring. We'll need 2 of these again. What you'll do is you'll pass the bead through this pin in this way. As you can see, I have already passed the white bead through. I will continue by using, next is the red bead and thereafter the green bead on both of them. Once I'm done passing through the bead, this pointed portion I will bend it in a curve using the nose pliers. Now friends, you all will have to mind your fingers because you could get a prick with the pointed end. Just adjust the hook with the nose pliers, and once you're done tightening the end of it in a loop form, you will take one of these rings and pass it through the loop that you made with the help of the nose pliers. Now I'll pass the rings on both of these beadwork that I have done. Thereafter, this chain, you will count how much size do you require. Now this is optional. I love long earrings, that's why I am keeping this long. If you do not like it, you can straight away attach the ear hanging hook to the end of the bead. If you want it long, you can add the chain in this way. Now I am attaching the hook. As you can see, you'll have to keep in mind to count the number of loops of the chain that you require depending on what length you prefer, or you want to give your friend if they like short or long earrings, and that's how it looks. So once I am done with both of these, this is what the end result of the earrings are going to look like. Red, green, white. So Christmassy, right? For the next one, you'll require beads. Again, the Christmas colors, red, green and white. The copper wire in this way, you'll require it. You'll require a golden ribbon. We are going to be making a Christmas wreath. Since I'm using more of white beads, I will see that the maximum white beads will be 2 and the other beads will just go single. And once I am done, depending on how small or big you need the wreath to look, I will just wind the end of the wire in this way. You can even tie a knot if you want, or you can just simply twist it. Do not overgo with the twisting, since the wire is very thin, it could break off. The remaining portion of the wire that you see on top, you'll leave it as it is. Thereafter, you'll make a simple bow with the ribbon, the golden ribbon that I had mentioned about. Just a simple bow. You'll see how it looks over your Christmas wreath. Do you require it to be small or big? You can adjust it accordingly. You'll cut off the corners of the bow in this way, and then finally you'll have a cute little bow which will be stuck to your Christmas wreath. Once you are done with this, you will simply twist the wire opposite to each other so that it will hold the bow firm in place on the wreath. You'll require a little patience, friends, because this is a little time consuming and you'll have to mind your fingers most importantly. Once you're done, you can either give it in this way. If not, if you want to use it as a hanging, just leave a little place in between and twist the wire again. Thereafter, you can cut off the excess, bend it, and then you can give it as a hanging charm again. Or If you want, you can just attach the ring and put it to your key bunch. It will show as a good keychain as well. Isn't it cute? A Christmas wreath. For the next one, I'll need tiny red beads. I am going to be making a snowman using beads. You remember this pin that we used earlier? You'll require the same thing. Put the fatter white bead on the bottom and the thinner white bead on top of it. Leave this aside. Now we'll work on the scarf. For that, you will require these tiny beads. You'll have to pass them through the thin wire in this way. Also remember to take 2 fat red beads at the end to put it on the wire, which will show as the end portion of the scarf, simply to add a look and hold the beads in place. I'm done with the scarf. You can just see how much you require, long or short. For me, I felt this one is more than enough. I'm just putting in the fat bead that I had mentioned about, the fatter red bead. I will twist it at the end in this way, and once I'm done doing this on both ends, I will simply give it a small bend and keep it aside. We will now work on the bead that we had kept aside, the white one. This pointed pin that you see, you'll have to put it into a curved shape by the help of nose pliers. This is the loop that we have formed, and this scarf we'll put it on Mr. Snowman in this way, or nowadays well known as Olaf. So many of y'all are familiar with that name, and it's quite cute, unique. You can hang it into your key bunch or as a charm. I prefer it would look nice as earring. So in case if you all want to wear it as earrings, you all can make 2 of these. Simply put it on the loop that I had mentioned about the rings, and here you go. These are the 5 simple, cute DIY gifts. So friends, I hope you all have loved these DIY gifts that you all can make for your dear ones, for your friends, for those that you love the most. It's simple, it's easy, and also for those of y'all who are new visitors to my channel, I will be attaching a link on top which will show you the Christmas decors that you can make with glue gun. Hoping that you all have liked this episode. Do pour in your love by sending in your comments. Also, it's a request as always, kindly do not forget to click on the subscribe button and bell notification icon, selecting all so that you get notified on all my upcoming videos. I'll see you next time with another new hack on How Hacks.